Hey, welcome back to the Internet Marketing Business Bootcamp. This is Darren Spain, and this is video number 3. And this is your step-by-step training for your internet marketing business success, and we're going to dive right into it right now. Today we're going to discuss what a sales funnel is and the different components of a sales funnel. And those components are the traffic, the blog, the autoresponder, the squeeze page, a free offer to get people onto your list. And then there's a one-time offer that's going to be your funded proposal. We're also going to talk about the email marketing campaigns that you would do after people are on your list, and we're just going to put it all together for you. This is going to be a high-level overview of each of those things, and then in later videos we're going to talk specifically about each one of these components and actually build upon that. So we're going to put together a blog. We're going to show you how to set up an autoresponder. We're also going to show you how to set up a squeeze page and how to develop or put together a free offer, and what to do once people get on your list and how the funded proposal works. So we're going to get into specifically all of those in later videos, but right now we're just going to discuss what a sales funnel is. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to show you graphically here how a sales funnel works. The most important thing in any sales process is to have people, or eyeballs as they say, on your offer. That's your traffic, and there's two ways to put together traffic. There's free methods, and then there's paid methods. Free methods are methods like your Facebook wall, posting on your Facebook wall, or putting up YouTube videos, forum posting. Those are some of the free methods. Now really nothing is free. I mean, if you do those methods, it's going to take your time to do that, and time is worth money in business. So it's really not free. But if you're limited with funds, you can do the free method. The other methods are paid methods, and they work very well because they're instant. You pay a certain amount of money to drive people to your offer, and it happens instantly. Paid methods are methods like pay-per-click advertising on Facebook or Google, and the one that I like the most is solo ads. We're going to look into those a little bit later. But you buy traffic, you send them to your offer, you get the response immediately, and then you can scale up. Okay, so that's the first thing, the traffic. The second thing is a blog. You really need a blog. Okay, that's going to be your hub. That's where people are going to get to know, like, and trust you. You're going to talk to your audience, and you're going to tell them about how you're doing and how you do things, and they're going to engage with you and start knowing you again and liking you and trusting you, so that when you do make an offer to them to buy something, they don't mind doing it because you're like a friend. So we're going to teach you how to set up that blog properly so that it's set up so that you can engage with your potential clients or customers. And then you need a squeeze page. A squeeze page is important because that's where you're going to send people. You're going to send people to that squeeze page, and then they're going to decide whether they want to give you their email address or not. Okay, and the way that you're going to do that, or once you get somebody to your squeeze page and they opt in, they put their email address in and go to the next step, two things happen. First of all, the way that you got them to opt in was a free offer. Here's your free offer here. You said to them, listen, I'm going to give you this free information that's going to add value to your life and to your business, but I need your email address in order for you to get it. They said, okay. We want that information that's going to add value to our life and our business, so we'll give you our email address. Two things happen at that point. The first thing is that they get the free offer. Okay, they get the video or the ebook or whatever it is that you're offering, and they get that. Okay, the second thing is that they automatically get put on your mailing list and into your autoresponder. Okay, so let's talk about what happens when they get their free offer. So now they're reading this ebook, or they're watching this video, this free video that they opted in and they wanted to get the information. They got that information, They're loving it. They're so happy that they got this information. It's going to improve their lives insurmountably, if that's a word, and they love it. So you say to them after they get that free offer, you say, well, "Hold on a minute, buddy. Since you like that much, uh, here's another offer." And you're going to give them what's called a one-time offer, and it's going to be between, you should make it between $7 and $27, a low ticket item. Okay, so that they say, hey, and what you're saying with that one-time offer is that, listen, you like that information that I gave you so much. This new information I'm going to be offering you is going to help you or enhance what I already gave you. Okay, so for $7, take a look at this. And what's good about that is that some of the people that come to your squeeze page, after they see that free offer, they're going to say, you know what, for $7 or $27 or whatever it is, I'll get that too. Some of them are going to do that. Why is that important? Because when you're doing, especially when you're doing paid methods of traffic, what you want to happen is that people will come in, a portion of those people will buy, and then that money that you get from your one-time offer will get put back into your traffic methods. And then it's like a cycle. You just keep doing that. Money comes in, goes back out into your pay traffic methods. And what is happening at that point? The other part of this equation. They went into your squeeze page, they went to the free offer, they got the one-time offer, but they also got onto your mailing list. So every time that happens, more people get into your mailing list. And what happens when they get on your mailing list? Now you can send them more value. That's going to help them out for free, but you also can give them more offers. And the average is that for every person on your list, they're worth $1 per month. So if you keep doing this up here, sending traffic to the squeeze page, free offer, some of them pay you money for a one-time offer, and you keep doing that and you keep building this list, eventually you're going to have a pretty big list. If you have a 10,000 or $20,000 person list, email list, it should be bringing you in about $10,000 to $20,000 per month. You see how that works? Because these offers that you're giving, you're still giving them more offers to buy stuff from you, and you're also giving them value. They like you, so every time you send something to your list, a lot of people are going to buy, and you're going to make on average $1 per person per month. You should be doing even more than that if you do it the way that we're going to be showing you how to do it when you're adding value, more value to your list. Okay, and then this is where the big thing happens. You can now offer big ticket items. I'm talking about products that are cost $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. You can offer those things. Some of those people that are coming through your list, coming through your funnel, will have the money and the ability and the want to buy a big ticket product from you, as long as it's going to be of value to them. Okay, so don't think that people that are coming on your list don't have the means to pay $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, because some of them will. And as long as it's of value to them, they'll do it. So if you're offering it, you're going to get the commissions, or you're going to get the money for that. You can continually, obviously, offering low ticket items, but the big thing is the business opportunities. You might be involved in Empowered Network, Pure Leverage, MOB, some of these other programs out there, and you want people to join in under you. Well, now that they know, like, and trust you, they've been to your blog, they get your emails, they're engaging with you on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else, they like you, you say, hey, why don't you join this business with me? It becomes very simple to start getting people to become part of your business opportunity. So that's the big thing. So that's the whole funnel as you see it there. That's the way it all works. And I wanted to give you a visual representation of how it works. How it works. Now what I want to do is actually show you some of the components, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, the first thing we're going to look at is this is actually my blog, workwithdarrenspain.com. But the first thing is that you're going to need, we talked about it, is a, blog. In order to have a blog, we'll put a WordPress blog up. and I'll show you how to do that in later videos when we get down to each component and building each component out. But you're going to need a blog, so you're going to need hosting. Okay, and you can get your hosting from a number of different places. Here's one place called HostGator. A lot of people heard of it. I used that for a long time. I used HostGator for a long time. I have clients on there, and I built some of my websites on there, and it's a very good hosting platform. So I'm going to have a link in the bottom of this video if you'd like to get a HostGator account, because you're going to need one. You're going to need a hosting account. You can get one from HostGator. You also can get one from the place that I'm using currently, and this is the one I suggest and I recommend, and that's arvix.com. I use Arvix, and the reason why I do that is because they give you a free domain. And if you use HostGator or some of the other hosting accounts that don't offer a free domain, then you're going to have to do a dynamic name server, pointing it to the hosting account, a bunch of technical stuff that you might not want to get involved in. So if you use Arvix, you're going to get your domain, which you're going to need. Like in my case, it was workwithdarrenspain.com. That's my domain name. Well, you're going to need one yourself, whatever .com, .net, whatever you want it to be, you're going to need one, and then you're going to have it attached to your hosting account. Well, with Arvix, it's done automatically. You order the domain from Arvix for free, as long as you're hosting it under them, and then it's all set up. So I suggest using Arvix, and I'll have the link in the bottom of the video so that you can go ahead and get that, because you're going to need a hosting account with a domain. Okay, the next thing you're going to need is an autoresponder. You probably heard of Aweber. That's where we talked about the squeeze page, where they're going to give you their email address. Well, once you get that email address, it goes into your autoresponder. Okay, that's where you're going to keep all of your list of email addresses so that you can email them later on. Okay, and you can manage that list. That's going to be where your list is. Okay, so Aweber is a great place to use. I have a couple of Aweber accounts. A great place to use. They've been having some problems lately, I hear, with shutting down accounts because of spam and that type of thing. So I decided to use a different autoresponder, but Aweber's fine, and you can use that to start. And I believe they have some bonuses or some ways to get on that don't cost as much money. So you can take a look at Aweber. There's also Get Response. Same thing. You can see here. You can try Get Response out for free. Very similar to Aweber. One of the top autoresponders out there. I actually have a Get Response account also, so I've been able to use them, and they work very well. But the one that I choose and I recommend is Pure Leverage. Pure Leverage has an autoresponder. You can put 20,000 people on there for the same low price. I think they do have $1. It costs you $1 to get started to find out about it. But the good thing about Pure Leverage is not only is it an autoresponder, but it has a few other things. It has a video email, so you can email people with a video in it. The other ones don't have that. It also has a conference room, like a webinar. So if you want to teach some of your people and have them join a webinar, that's all built into Pure Leverage. The other good thing about Pure Leverage is that it allows you to, it's a business opportunity. So you can have people join you in your Pure Leverage business, and then end up not having to pay for your autoresponder services, because your team is helping you pay or paying for that for you. So it's just a better way of doing business, in my opinion. And the autoresponder is perfect. I mean, it works very well. And I have a link in the description, or I'm sorry, a link in the bottom of this video where you can take a look at Pure Leverage and pick that up, because you're going to need an autoresponder, and this is the one that I recommend. And when I show you how to build your funnel, I'm going to be using Pure Leverage as the autoresponder that we're going to be using to build that funnel. The other thing you're going to need is a squeeze page, and you're going to need to put one together. And there's two ways you can do it. You can learn HTML and CSS and all of that stuff and build your own web page from scratch, build your own squeeze page from scratch. Or you can use what I use, and I use a program. It's a plugin that goes on your WordPress site, and we'll show you how to install this and install plugins and so forth. But it's called WP Opt-ins, and this builds my squeeze pages for me. Very, very simple. And your squeeze page will look something like this if you wanted to. You know, there's several different templates, but this is one of the templates. Or you can build something like this, and it's very simple. So when we get to the squeeze page portion of our training, I'm going to be using WP opt-ins to build my squeeze page, and you'll see how very simple it is. Step by step, it's just very simple. You know, it's a lot better than learning HTML and CSS and trying to build a thing from scratch yourself. So I'm going to show you how to do that. There's a link in the bottom of this video that you can pick up WP opt-ins, because you're going to need a way to build a squeeze page. So I have it there for you. Now let me let you take a look at what one of the squeeze pages that I set up for a funnel that I was using. This was done by WP Opt-ins. You can see how professional it looks, how clean it looks, and how professional. And I like my squeeze pages to be minimalist or minimalistic. You know, I just don't like a whole lot of things happening. I like it to get to the point, because what you want is them to read this and put their email address in there, and that's it. So this one's simple. Are you struggling to make money online because you lack a definite step-by-step plan? Well, follow this no BS free step-by-step video to go from struggling internet marketer to over $70 a day. Okay, so that's simple. And a person that's going to strike a person, and then it's, you know, they have some bullet points along the side here, and then it says get your free access now, and they enter their email address. And when they enter their email address, it goes to the next step. It goes to here, and this is the free video that's going to show them how the step-by-step way to build their business. And what it says here is watch your free video below to learn how to cut out all the BS and start earning money right now, guaranteed. Now I built this little page here with WP opt-ins also. Okay, so you can see that WP opt-ins is a very nice tool to have. Anyway, you know, and I show you in this particular funnel, it says this is just one of the 7 other videos in this Crazy Easy Profits course. Okay, so I just took one of the videos in the course, put it up here, and then I said here, click here to get the rest of the course. When they click there, it's going to take them to the sales page of the course, and the course costs like $8 or something. And some of the people that watch this video are going to say, you know what, I want the rest of the course. It's only $8. I'm going to go ahead and get it. Thus, we have the funded proposal, where I can take the money that I earned from there, put it back into my marketing, my my paid methods of advertising, and keep the cycle going. More and more people get on my list. So that's the funnel in a nutshell. Those are all the components you're going to need, and you get a chance to see how it all works. And then later on, we're going to go into building each component out. So that's it. That's the Internet Marketing Business Bootcamp. That's the visual look at a funnel, and then we're going to get into the specifics of each thing. So what we discussed in this particular video, this tutorial, is what a sales funnel was. I told you about that. We discussed the components of a sales funnel, the traffic, the paid and free methods. We talked about a blog, your hub. You're going to need that, and the hosting account, and all the things necessary to get your blog up and running. We're going to be putting together a whole video on how to build out your blog coming up soon. And then the autoresponder, we talked about the different types of the different autoresponders out there, and the one that I suggest, which is Pure Leverage. We have a link in the description to all of the autoresponders, and you can pick the one that you want. I suggest Pure Leverage, but you can pick whatever you want. And then the squeeze page, we use WP opt-ins. There's going to be a link in the description for that, because you're going to need to build your squeeze page out unless you know HTML. We also talked about a free offer and why you need the free offer, and we're going to be later on in the tutorial series, we're going to put together a funnel that utilizes a free offer. We're going to show you how to get that free offer, or how to at least make one for you. And then we talked about a list, getting people on your list. We talked about the one-time offer or the funded proposal that you're going to need at the back end so that you can make some money and keep your sales funnel going and keep people coming into your squeeze page. So we talked about that, and we're going to go more into that in later videos in this tutorial. And then we talked about email marketing, and that's when once people are on your list, how you can take that list of people and continue to engage with them, giving them value, making them offers, and then getting them into your MLM or your business opportunity or your high ticket programs, that type of thing. How important that is, and that's where the money is. The money's in the list, and if you got a big enough list, you can keep giving them value, you can keep making them offers, you can keep making money. And then we just put it all together, and that's what's going to come in the later tutorials. So aren't you glad that you opted into my list to get into this boot camp, because we're going to give you so much value, and we're going to teach you how to do things right. So that's it. That's the Internet Marketing Business Bootcamp video tutorial number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you for your step-by-step training for your internet marketing business success in the next video. I'm Darren Spain. I'll talk to you soon.